Hey guys, what's up? It's Nicole. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell so that you're notified every single time I upload a new video. So we all know what's coming up, spring break, and this is when hundreds of thousands of students flock to sandy beaches and unfortunately torture the wildlife that live there. If you're like me and that doesn't sound like a good spring break, then I'm going to help you with 10 ways to have a fun and productive spring break. The first way, sign up for a gym. Now, every year people say they want to lose weight. They make a New Year's resolution. They say, I'm going to lose weight. But then they don't do it because their schedule is so busy they don't sign up for the gym. They don't do any of that stuff. So, now that your spring break is clear, sign up for the gym or take a few classes. It all depends on what you want to do. But if you sign up for the gym now, you'll be able to work it into your schedule because you're paying for it. You're not going to want to pay for something that you're not using. So you're going to want to work it into your schedule, which means you'll actually probably keep up with your New Year's resolution. So consider signing up for the gym during spring break. Use this time to be productive and get into a habit that is going to help you for the rest of your life. The second thing you can do is play catch up. Now, it might be spring break, but maybe you have a lot of work that you have to do when spring break is over. Because I know that's happened to me before. So maybe you have lots of assignments and exams coming up as soon as you get back from spring break. So maybe consider staying in and doing that work now, so that when everyone else is getting done and they're getting off the high of spring break, trying to get back into this, trying to adjust to their schedule again, you're already done with your work, so you can sit back and relax while they struggle to catch up. The third thing you can do during spring break is spring cleaning. Now, people say this all the time, you see commercials about it, but this is actually something that's pretty entertaining. You probably have things in your room that you haven't seen for a long time and that you probably don't even remember buying. So consider sitting down and going through your closet or your dresser or whatever it is that you have in your room that you haven't been in a long time. Clean it out, donate some things if you don't need it, toss some things away, throw some things away, or just reorganize your room. You have the time, so just go through that. Number 4 is catch up with your friends and family. Now, when our schedules get busy, we tend to forget that we have friends and family. We focus more on our work. So, now that you don't have to focus on work, focus on rekindling, focus on spending time with your parents or your siblings or your friends, whichever one is closest to you. Focus on spending time with them. Build that bond back up because you haven't talked to them in a long time or you haven't actually spent time with them in a long time. So they're going to want to spend time with you. So go to a movie together. Have family night. Stay in and binge watch Netflix or something. Whatever you can think of that lets you spend time with them. And consider also working this into your schedule later on because your family is important. And you never know how much time you actually have with them. So consider spending time with your family and friends while you have this whole week off from school. Because you're not busy, you're not doing anything, and they probably want to spend time with you. The 5th thing you can do is find culture. Now, most places have a local museum or two. I know that in Cincinnati there are 2 museums, and so most cities have at least 1 museum, so if you have a museum near you, I would consider going to it. It doesn't matter if it's an art museum or if it's a regular history museum. Go to it, learn some new things, take someone with you, create an experience that you've never had before, because most people don't go to the museum anymore. Because I know when you're in elementary school and things like that, they take you on field trips to museums, and that's something that you do just to get out of class. But now that you have this free time, maybe consider going to the museum on your own and exploring exhibits you've probably never seen before. Because this is going to be things that you can tell your kids in the future, or you can just tell your friends things that they probably didn't even know. It might even end up helping you on an exam in the future. So consider going to the museum. It's a fun and new experience. You might actually like it. And who knows, you might go back in the future. Number 6 is do something new. Now, I always tell you guys to do something new, and that's because these are experiences that you can keep with you as you get older. And so if you've been wanting to take a canoe out on the water, or you've been wanting to go snowboarding, or you've been wanting to go through a hike through the woods for some reason, then do it. You have a whole week off to yourself, so go and do it. Go and rent a canoe, get on the water, go and snowboard. Go and learn how to snowboard. Go and do whatever it is that you want to do. Because you have a whole week to yourself. It doesn't hurt to take some money out of your bank and go and do something entertaining. Something to get the tenseness out of your shoulders, because you've probably been tense going through exams and coursework. And that's all you've been doing for this whole semester. So consider going out and doing something new. This also applies to people who have been working non-stop. Go out and do something new. Number 7 is have fun. Now, yes, you can sit in and you can catch up on your work. And yes, you can go out and experience the outdoors, because that's something that you should do, and that's something that everyone should do. But consider that spring break is about you sitting down and relaxing, because you've been working nonstop. This is something that you need to do. It's a break for you. That's why it's called spring break. And so, if going out and experiencing the outdoors is something that sounds fun to you, go and do it. If catching up on your work is something that sounds fun to you, then do that as well. But do something that is fun. If doing something fun sounds like sitting in and binge watching Netflix, then do that. Because spring break is about you relaxing and having fun. And so whatever is fun for you, go and do that. Because that's what spring break is all about. Number 8, go bowling. Now, this might sound a little boring because everyone sits behind their screens now. No one really goes bowling, but you should have a local bowling alley. So maybe go there, rent some of those shoes, lace them up, and get out there and learn how to bowl. It's very entertaining, time-consuming, and it actually is fun, especially when you take people with you that you can compete against. Bowling has been around for a long time. People do it all the time. It's not even that expensive. Most places nowadays barely charge you $5 or $6 for a full game, so consider doing that. Especially with your friends and family if you're going to spend time with them this spring break. Number 9, play tourist. Okay, so maybe you are like me and you've noticed a few things that are new in your city. Now, you might think you know your city, but maybe there are a few shops you didn't notice before. And there's people that you haven't met before. So maybe during spring break, consider playing the tourist and tour your city. Visit the shops you've never been to before. Meet new people. Act like you've never been here. And go to all the places that tourists go to when they come here. See your city from a different point of view, because this is actually very entertaining, because we don't actually know everything about our cities. And so if you want to spend time going outdoors and meeting new people, this is definitely something that you should consider doing, because it's very time consuming and it lets you get to know the place that you live in. The last thing that I want to talk to you guys about is number 10, and that is get some me time. Now, this might sound like everything I just listed, but it's not. What I'm talking about is when you get home directly after school or work and you know that it's spring break. You know that it is. It's Friday night. You get home, you sit down, you don't have anything to do tomorrow. Just sit there and relax. Don't pull out your phone. Don't watch TV. Just sit there and relax, knowing that you don't have work tomorrow. You don't have school tomorrow. You have nothing for the next week. Know that you can relax. You can sit there and relax and not have to worry about anything, because you don't have any immediate deadlines. You don't have to do any work. You don't have to do anything but just sit there. Sit there and relax and know that your break is here. You've worked hard. Now it's time for you to take a break and relax. Now, that happens to be everything that I have for you guys. I wanted to make a video about spring break because I'm tired of seeing news articles like this, and so if you want to do something fun for spring break and also be productive, follow the things that I said in this list. Burnout is real, and so if you're feeling tired and you're losing interest in your classes or your job, this is definitely the time for you to take that break and let it go. Don't worry about work. Don't worry about school. Let it go. Take this break and come back. Take this break and come back refreshed and ready to get started again. Thank you guys so much for watching. If this video helped you, let me know down in the comments below and share it so that you can help your friends. And I will see you guys in my next video.